Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, a weekly battle of wits, debating everything from horseshoes to hand grenades, all for the privilege to be called right. And now, your hosts, Bobo and Travis.
Hey guys, welcome to Prestige Worldwide. I'm Travis. With me is Bobo.
Hey!
How's it going, buddy?
I'm a little tired tonight.
Yeah?
Not as fired up as usual.
Really?
Yeah, this weather kind of sucks lately, man.
Yeah.
It's been all over the fucking place. Hot, cold, foggy out. No fucking snow yet.
Yeah, that kind of pisses me off. I do love I love snow. And it sucks that like you're seeing pictures from like
Oh yeah.
last year around this time we had like blizzards and shit like that. Yeah.
Well, last year sucked because I was moving during the blizzard, and I saw pictures of that.
That's right. I forgot
and
about
I reminded
that.
myself yesterday. Actually, I was looking at pictures of the moving truck with all the snow fucking around.
Yep.
It. Fuck that week.
That's right.
That was the fucking worst.
I mean, it was fun that Friday night scrambling to get everything out of your house. But yes, that was.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that I can imagine how that would bring up painful memories.
Oh fuck that. So anyways,
but there's a reason why I'm kind of hyped for this too.
Why?
Well, real quickly, I want to bring up because I think it's funny.
Okay.
I don't know if you got an email from PlayStation within the last 2 weeks.
I have not.
Okay, so I've never gotten an email from PlayStation. I have a PlayStation 4. And we mentioned from time to time my love for GTA, for Grand Theft Auto.
Great game.
So PlayStation sent out a year in review. Your year of 2016. Okay.
Playing video games.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know. I focused on one part of this email. It told me how many hours I spent playing video games.
How many hours did you spend?
How many hours do you think?
I'm gonna guess 400.
Oh, okay. See, no, I spent 166 hours.
That's not that bad.
In a year. I see. Here's where I thought like I don't think you could find that bad, and I don't really find that bad. But like to my wife, it was she's like 166 hours.
Yeah,
that seems
that's less than a half hour a day playing video games. That's fine. How many fucking hours is that bitch up there on Candy Crush on her goddamn phone? We're not counting that.
Oh,
we tracking those hours?
She doesn't do any of that. She's better than me.
Oh, she didn't play Words with Friends. I'm sorry.
No, she doesn't do any of that. But what I love then the email broke it down even more. So it gives me my top 3 games. Okay. Number 1 is of course Grand Theft Auto
with 160 hours probably.
112 hours. Then next, I played the Uncharted series last year. That was 31 hours because it was 3 games.
Yep.
And then Uncharted 4 was number 3, and that was 16 hours. Yeah.
I'm actually surprised it's not more just for GTA. I thought it was gonna be like 150 out of 160.
Yeah, those Uncharted games are great, but I just found that funny that like I've never had that happen before. Like I've never had an email from PlayStation telling me, it's almost like I can imagine some of our other friends that do play video games.
Yeah,
they get the email and it's kind of like, maybe you should try to do something else with your life other than just play video games.
What do you think Dizzles?
I don't know.
Do you think he got that email?
I don't know. I haven't asked him about it yet because I think I got it this week, or I don't know. I haven't asked him about it yet, but yeah, I'm sure.
So I'm gonna. No one on the podcast knows our friend Dizzle. We'll bring him on at some point. He doesn't really want to talk on the radio, I don't think. So, but he plays a lot of video games.
Yes,
it's one of his hobbies. He likes to play video games.
He plays one day every week.
Yes,
no matter what.
I bet he plays a little bit more during the week. Here and there probably, but he likes to dedicate one day a week to just sitting down and grinding through some single player games. That's the thing he does.
Yeah,
I'm gonna guess he played 500 hours of video games last year.
He probably
was that your guess?
No, I made that noise you hate.
Oh, Travis is talking about the infamous noise that I will cut out every other time we do it, except for that one to show you what it is.
Yeah. If I had to guess, I'll go 501. No,
you can do that.
500 seems about right. I don't know.
I say 500, do you take the over or the under?
I take the over.
I'll take the under on that.
I think the over is
okay.
Yeah,
we'll ask him. We'll update that. I'm curious to know what his is.
Okay.
Because out of all our friends, he's probably the biggest gamer.
Sure, absolutely.
Next to me,
he's definitely But you don't have you play computer games.
I could probably average out how many hours I played video games last year because I only play one game.
You still playing Counter-Strike?
No. Counter-Strike. What the fuck is that?
Oh,
No. League of Legends.
That's right. League of Legends.
But League of Legends tracks how many games you've played. And I could take the average game length and multiply it out. I could get a reasonable estimation of how many hours I played.
Sure. Okay.
And it's easily over 1,000. So.
Wow. Yeah, I go, okay, so I don't play as many video games as I thought I did.
No.
But I just thought it was funny that they sent me an email. Like, I've never gotten that before. But there's also another reason why I'm a little happy, and you don't know the results because you don't look, but I've been looking back on the polls on the website.
Oh, we need to update people. You're right.
Yeah, because we very rarely mention this, but every week we have a poll. There's one for every episode. It just depends on what we're talking about and who's, and what the criteria is for the poll. So I'm just going to kind of run down this because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. But so for the first episode, we had the most responses, and I narrowly beat you 2-1.
Great. Lovely.
Yes.
So you crushed me.
Oh, but episode number 2, for when knowledge is not power, just disturbing, you edged me out 2-1.
Wait, you need to let me know what the questions are, though.
Okay, you want the questions?
People, I don't even remember what the poll was for the first episode. I want to know what the question was and what the answer was.
Okay, who had the best censorship story?
Oh, okay.
You with Fahrenheit 451 or me with Ted Turner's International Object?
That was a good one.
We got ourselves an international object.
You deserve to win that one.
Yeah, so that was so
I've been using that word and that phrase anywhere I can because it sticks in my mind. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's that one's a pretty good one.
Hey, baby, let me show you my international object.
The episode number 2, who had the better example of oversharing? You won and clearly should have won. For your friend who had all the fucked up legs.
Oh, yes.
Yes. America's fall from grace. Well, we tied at 0 each. Apparently, nobody wanted to vote on that one. They were too disgusted with our stories to vote.
Oh, but that guy from Richmond should have clearly won. He was great.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
People are fucking sheep. Whatever.
The next one, episode 4, Truth. The episode.
Yep.
You had. Oh yeah, people voted for me. It was a landslide, 1-0.
Fuck you. You probably voted.
I don't think I did on that one. I should have voted for all these, but
you should have. I didn't vote. I don't check them.
But yes, I had it for Vincent Van Gogh. Number 5, Sexcapades. The episode.
Yep.
I also beat you by a landslide, 1-0. With my shitty dildo, which I'm pretty sure I should have won.
The Periscope was wonderful, though. That queer... No. I'm calling Kangaroo Record on this one.
I don't know what to tell you.
The vibrating Periscope was awesome. Every home should have one. That's how strongly I feel about that product.
I mean, okay.
Every home except for mine.
Sure. And then
It's cool for you, just not for me.
And then I have episode 6... who had the better loaded questions, and nobody cared to vote on that one. But here's the thing. All of these are still up and can still be voted on.
Yes.
So
they are living documents, much like the Constitution.
If you haven't... Wow. Yeah, that took a second to really set in.
You like how I cranked up the importance of these polls?
Right. So if you are getting to this episode, maybe you've listened to them out of order and you're going back or whatever, you can still vote. If you really like me and you want to vote for everything that I've ever done, go for it.
No one wants to do that.
I know.
But anyways, yeah. So the website's up there. The polls are still up there. So you need to go back. If you're listening to this for the first time, the polls are still active. Go vote. We like to have a contest. We need to have a winner. I need to beat Travis, though.
He does.
So please help me do that. And I will keep trying. I will aim for the skies. I'll aim for the stars.
Okay. So vote.
Vote or die, motherfuckers.
Vote. Help us out. So let's get into tonight's episode then.
Okay.
What's it about?
So tonight's episode, this is a complete left turn from what we were... nothing related at all. This segue is just a hard break right now.
That's okay.
Travis and I are very cheap.
Yep.
We don't like to spend money. We like to save money. And recently we've been discussing certain ways we can save money on things that we didn't think each other was aware of.
Yeah.
And we're like, you know what? If we're not aware of it and we're fucking cheap bastards, people need to know about this stuff. They probably don't know about it either.
Yeah.
So we're going to enlighten the audience. This week's episode is about saving money.
Saving money.
Saving money.
We're doing our part. we're trying to help out everybody and do our part again. I don't know.
No, we're trying to put more money back in your fucking pockets. Again, this podcast is a PSA. This whole episode is a great PSA for the listeners on how to fucking save some dough.
What do you think it is for you about being cheap? Why do you think you're cheap?
Okay, I know exactly why I'm cheap.
Okay.
Because I fucking hate money.
Okay.
Which is ironic because I have multiple business degrees.
Right.
I work in the business field.
Right.
And yet I don't really give a shit about money. I just don't want to deal with it. So the less I have to spend it, the better.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm right. I'm kind of right there with you. I really don't like dealing with money. I'm not motivated by money.
I'm not either.
And which
other than how much I can make on this podcast, that is a rare exception that proves the rule.
Right, because I'd like to quit my day job, so I'm not really motivated by money. So it's not, but I would love to not have to ever worry about money again.
Absolutely.
I would probably go a little extravagant if I had unlimited funds, but it is a constant worry for me. And whenever I do spend it or I do make a purchase, it gives me anxiety.
This is why I find it ironic that you collect vinyl.
Right.
For someone that likes to save money, as you just said,
yes,
you have the most bullshit, expensive, stupid hobby on the face of the planet.
For some reason, I don't know why that one doesn't trigger it, but yes, you're exactly
that's
right.
like the worst example of it.
Well,
one of them.
I mean,
you literally pay for something you could have for free.
Yeah, well, but it's not. We don't need to get into vinyl. We don't need to get into this whole
I know
thing.
why you collect it. But however, if you were that cheap, I don't understand how your mind lets you do it.
Well, because I can physically hold it.
Yes.
So no, that's why. So you spend money. Do you pay for Spotify?
Yes.
I would never do that because I would never pay for something like that because I can't have it. Like at some point it's going to go away. And if I stop paying for it, then I've lost all that music.
Do you know why I find that ironic coming from you?
Yes.
Because we just had an episode where you talked about, when I asked you that question of if everything in your life you ever lost was in a box and
right.
you could pull one object back out of it and keep it what it was, your answer was terrible.
Right.
You thought of a fucking record that you could go get on eBay right now for probably $50 and you've chosen not to. And that was the one thing in your life that you've lost that you wanted back.
Yeah, but the difference here is I'm spending money theoretically I'm spending money on a service that I can listen to songs, but I can never actually have them. So it's not about collecting.
But you do have them. You can listen to them. They're not physical. Well, music's not a physical media.
For me it is a little bit, but okay. But if I stop paying for that service, it's all gone. If I make a playlist or
it's called renting.
Yeah,
just like you rent an apartment or you rent a car, you stop paying for it. Of course, it goes away. I'm okay with that. I don't need to own my fucking copy of Dr. Dre's 2001. I just rent it.
I never rented an apartment. Never.
Okay.
So
I mean, if you call mooching off your parents till you're 40, not renting, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, they had a nice attic.
We can all be basement dwelling neckbeards like you. But
hey, it was not the basement; it was the attic. All right.
I'm sorry, attic dwelling neckbeards like you.
No, I just but that's
listening to ICP.
Renting always. There's something that I don't know. There's something about renting.
Cheetos, drinking Mountain Dew.
It was only a little bit of ICP, but and it was Fego. No,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Not Code Red.
Not Code Red. I'm sorry. I find that answer from you funny because I don't picture you as very much a person that holds on to objects and attaches value to them.
Right.
Yet you have a hobby that involves wasting money, which you say you love, on that exact thing. Where I, on the other hand, you associate as somebody that associates items with value and emotional value.
Right.
I could throw everything in my life out tomorrow physically,
right,
and not care.
Right. But I don't know for records and music and stuff like that.
I just find that fascinating between us. But anyways,
let's get into saving people some money.
Yes, back to saving money, which Travis apparently doesn't like to do. He just talks about it. And he wastes it all on records, so he's not really saving anything. However,
well, so this episode was tough for me. So there's
okay,
because and we started talking about this a little bit. This episode was tough for me because we do these things. A lot of these things on here are like second nature to me.
Yes.
So like I don't. There's one that we're gonna bring up here that again, you mentioned, I was like, but I do that. Oh, I know what it is. And yeah, so we'll get to that one. But I was like, I do that already. Like, I don't.
And this is, so we were doing research for this episode, as we always do, about how we can help people save some money.
Right.
And you go through these lists on the internet, all right? And listen, if you're on the internet right now, Googling like ways, things we need, you spend too much on, just fucking stop. Those lists are all bullshit and they don't, no, I'm serious. They don't fucking help you. I was reading through all these lists, making sure we covered everything. They literally all copy each other. It's the same 10 to 12 things, and I'm fucking sick of this lazy journalism.
What's number one on every list? Well, give me one or two on every list.
Generic foods.
Okay, well, no, that's not what I found. Make your coffee at home.
Yes.
And pack your lunch.
I saw those two. Okay. Yes. Those are on the list. And generic foods were on the list. Buy the store brand. And then it was like dumb things such as don't buy as much jewelry or don't buy expensive shoes or things like that. And I'm thinking, that's not helping.
Right.
We all fucking know we don't need to buy Tiffany jewelry. We fucking know that.
Well, but that also is not really saving money.
Exactly.
Because that's not like an everyday thing.
Right.
Like saving money would be like, get your neighbor's Wi-Fi password.
Saving money is finding a way, hey, okay, well, that's stealing. But saving money is, hey, I found this cheapo gas station where you buy the same exact gas for 20 cents cheaper.
Right.
That is fucking saving money.
Yes.
There weren't many of those on the list.
No.
Because if you're telling me that fucking store-bought Oreos from the store Walmart brand taste the same as Nabisco's, you're fucking lying to me.
And that is that. If you ask somebody, do you buy store brand? And I bet you everybody says, yeah, except when it comes to Oreos. Oreos is the one thing. I don't know if they sprinkle a little crack on top of them,
probably inside of them,
but. Everybody that you ask with that will be like, yeah, Oreos, no.
But that's just a good example of one where there's a lot of generic food items that do not taste the same as their name brand counterparts. A lot of them.
Sure.
So to me, that's not equal. That's not saving money. It's spending less for less quality.
Right.
This podcast is not going to bring you fucking stupid answers like that on a dumb list on the internet. We're going to bring you real fucking savings.
Yes, we are.
Okay? I just want to tell people that. All
so
right?
let's do it.
Let's do it. This one is on the list that you'll see. It's a very common one, but some people still don't know this. And they don't know why people tell them this. Rental car insurance.
Yes.
So, for those of you who have ever rented a car, you walk up to the counter. It's probably fucking 10:30 at night on a fucking Tuesday because you're flying business and they don't want to pay for the prime hours, so you have to get a shitty-ass red-eye flight somewhere, and you have to rent a car in the middle of the night, and you walk to the counter, and some fucking dejected college dropout working the counter, and you're signing the fucking paperwork, and he's like, you want to purchase rental car insurance?
Yeah.
And you look at him, and you confidently say, no, I've done the research on the internet. I know that I don't need rental car insurance. And he says, are you sure? And then that totally throws all your beliefs about what you thought you knew out the window because that one line of questioning, and you're not even sure anymore. You're like, oh, shit. Can I actually get rid of it? Do I need it? He seems certain. I mean, I think he went to like 2 years of night school. He might know what he's talking about on this one.
Yeah, because the nervous nature of me thinks I get one goddamn scratch in his car, and all of a sudden I'm going to pay out the ass to get it fixed.
Yeah, you hear horror stories about they return the car and it has a scratch on the bumper.
Right.
And next thing you know, 6 months later, you've gotten a bill in the mail for $6,000 to repaint the entire car or something like that.
Yeah, but you don't need it.
Nope, you don't need it. Tell them why, Travis.
Well, if I'm correct, there's two reasons.
Okay.
One is your credit card company covers it.
That's 1 out of 2. So for what Travis is talking about is check your credit card.
Yes.
In most instances, your credit card counts, they have a form of insurance for rental cars.
And this only applies to the United States.
Correct. Most of these things are going to be about in the U.S. So if you're traveling internationally, things outside the U.S., I'm sorry, we can't help you.
Yeah, because I'm traveling to Ireland in a couple months, and we're renting a car. And everything about Ireland, they're like, get the rental insurance, get the max you possibly can, and do it because your credit card company does not cover it, and the roads are so goddamn narrow that you're gonna need it.
Okay, well, so there you go.
Yeah,
but if we're talking like if you're flying from Charlotte to Detroit to hang out in the Motor City for a weekend, catch a fucking Red Wings game, and you have a credit card that covers you, and you check it, then you don't need rental car insurance. That's the first reason you don't.
You're going to Detroit. I don't know. I might get it.
That's health insurance because you might get shot. That's completely different.
But the other reason is your insurance covers it, does it not?
Yep. If you have car insurance, for typical rental cars, it will cover it. Now, if you're renting like a U-Haul, it might not cover it because it's not the same class of vehicle. So check that. But if you're just renting a typical passenger car and you already have car insurance through a major car, like, Geico, Allstate, State Farm, any one of those, it extends to your rental car because it insures the driver, not the car.
Right.
But if you live in a state, maybe let's say like Florida, where you're not required to carry car insurance, maybe you need rental insurance then.
Right. Yeah.
But in states where you live, where you need to have car insurance, it's required to have a minimum amount of coverage, you're probably okay.
Yeah. And think about it, because to be honest with you, I didn't know this up until like a couple years ago, but I haven't really rented cars very often. I usually just, get public transportation when I go to a city or whatever, when it's applicable. But last time I rented a car, I walked from the counter, got my car, and I was like, the girl asked me, "Do you want rental insurance?" And I said, "Nope." She said, "Okay, you got your own." I was like,
okay, good.
Yeah, she just, no questions asked. She was just like, "Okay." And I was like, "All right, well."
So just make sure that when you do this, that you haven't, if you have regular car insurance, that you're covered, you're happy with your liability coverage and things like that, because it extends to your rental car. So if you're not happy, if you don't think you have enough coverage, your rental car won't either. And B, make sure you have health insurance, because a lot of these secondary coverages we're talking about might not cover medical bills and stuff for you personally, but your health insurance kicks in for those, obviously.
Right.
So just some things to think about. But for the most part, don't double the cost of your fucking rental car by paying for a piece of paper that you're probably not going to need. And even when you do need it, you probably won't even need it anyways, because you've got two other forms of insurance behind that, with your regular car insurance and your credit card that back you up.
Yeah.
So don't fucking do it, people. Save some fucking money.
Yeah, you're just wasting money.
Just wasting money.
So let's go on to the next one, because this is another one that this is one that I didn't really know.
Okay, let's go for it.
All right. This one is about your eyeglasses / vision insurance. Because I shouldn't say I didn't know this. This is another one. This one was hard for me because my wife wears glasses. I don't. And I don't know, a couple years ago, I don't even know where I found it. Somewhere on the internet, like coastal.com was running a promotion where your first pair of glasses were free.
Okay.
So I was like, "Hey babe, you should check this out. Like, it's a free pair of glasses." Because from what I understood, you spend like $200 on a pair of glasses. What the hell? Get a free pair. Who cares what they look like? You can throw them away if you want. And then like there's another company that she goes through, Goggles for You. They were running a similar promotion. First pair's free, and with no obligation to keep buying.
So let's talk about Goggles for You. I don't know if we can give him a plug or not. I'm going to give him a plug because that's who I buy my glasses through.
Okay.
I recently bought 6 pairs of glasses, including prescription sunglasses.
Okay.
For a grand total of $70.
That's awesome.
For 6 pairs of sunglasses. For 6 pairs of glasses, including a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah.
So, but now here's how this works. This is a little bit. When I told Travis this, he wasn't aware of this actually. That most of this vision insurance and buying eyeglasses is a scam. What they basically do, the model is these vision insurance companies like Davis Vision or Luxottica or whatever, they get you into a doctor's office, like Lenscrafters or some other commercial eye company, and they give you the exam for like $6, $10, $12, these eye exams.
Right.
And then they give you these deductible, what they call, you pay a deductible for your regular glasses, $50, $75, whatever the cost is. Maybe they say your pair's free.
Right.
But they're not free because you've been paying vision insurance through your company $10, $12, $15 a month for years now. And it adds up.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, now, if you're paying $10 a month for vision insurance, you paid $120 this year for fucking vision insurance. And then all you use it for, you just get one eye exam a year and probably one free pair of basic glasses a year. Yeah. That basic pair of glasses, you can go to multiple websites and just bring your prescription with you. Yeah. And for $10, $12, $15, you can get a reasonable pair of glasses. That's it.
Not even a reasonable pair of glasses. You can get a nice, like my wife, everywhere we go, she gets complimented on her glasses. There you go. All the time.
We're not talking fucking cheap, made out of paper glasses. These are decent glasses that will last you. I'm wearing them right now.
Yeah, they're
I've been wearing them for months. I've dropped them multiple times. I've cleaned them off. Like, they're not gonna fucking shatter in your hand.
Even if they don't last you for months, you spent $70 on 6 pairs.
Right.
Like, it's not.
And I don't pay vision insurance. And so now your next question is, well, Bobo, if I don't have vision insurance, how am I gonna get a reasonable vision exam? Listen, fucking idiots. Go online and go to any doctor's office, any like these retail doctor's offices. The vision exam is their loss leader. If you're not aware what a loss leader is, that is where they will price something lower than it costs to get you in the door to buy something. Yeah. In the vision market, this is the exam. They want you to get the exam for $10 and then rake you through the coals for the glasses usually if you don't have insurance. Or if you have insurance, you've already been paying into it for the last year or so.
Well, and the other sucker play there is when they show you these new designer pair of glasses that you fell in love with, they're gonna say, "Oh, these glasses are $400."
Right.
But you have a $300 deductible. So,
Yes.
it's covered. $300 is covered
Yes.
for it. So you're only paying $100 for a $400 pair of glasses.
Yes.
Well, okay, but it's still $100 fucking dollars.
Exactly. Absolutely. And you paid for the year's worth of vision insurance to get that $300 deductible when you could have bought those glasses for $20 online somewhere and gotten that same exam for $10. And this is how I knew it was a fucking scam. This is where my eyes were open years ago. I'm serious. I went to get a vision exam and I didn't have vision insurance at the time because I was in a band and I wasn't working and we didn't want to pay for it because my wife's just covering regular medical insurance because she has such bad vision that she doesn't need vision insurance. Her vision is a medical necessity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because her vision is so bad. So I didn't have vision insurance because we weren't paying for it.
Sure.
So I still needed an exam. So I saw this promotion, hey, $10 vision exam. It was some one of those Lenscrafters type places.
Yeah.
I said, oh, well, I can afford $10 to make sure I might get my vision updated, get the correct prescription. Yeah. And I walked in there thinking it was like, oh, you don't have insurance, it'll be fucking $85 or something like that. And I walk in there and they said, what kind of vision insurance do you have? And I said, none. They said, oh, do you still want to do the exam? And I said, well, how much does it cost? And they said, oh, no, it's still $10. And I said, I looked at it and I was like, then yes?
Yeah.
Like, what's the trick here? And the trick I learned was after the exam, and I started picking out these frames, looking at what they cost. So you go to the wall of fucking glasses.
Right, yeah.
And I was looking at the cheapest ones. The ones the frame said they were like, $49.99.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't include the price of the lenses, which cost $300.
Jesus.
After they add on all the stuff to it, the most basic lenses out there, if you do these things without insurance at these commercial places, like Lenscrafters, cost $300-$400.
Yeah.
And then they just take off the vision insurance. That's the scam part of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's how they get you. But the vision exam was still $10. So go out there and look, people. If you need a vision exam, they're very reasonable.
Well, yeah.
And then you can take that prescription with you and go wherever the fuck you want. Like online to gogglesforyou.com or Coastal or wherever. Yeah.
Just make sure you get a lot of information because there was some information that they left off that Mandy that had to...
and they're required by law to give it to you.
Yeah.
Don't settle for that.
There was something weird with like the distance. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't remember. I don't wear glasses. So
no, yeah. See, I do. But they can try to scam you by not giving you all the information.
Right, yeah.
That is illegal and it's your right as a consumer under a lot of the FDA stuff. They have to give that to you.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
If they don't give it to you.
They usually do. I had no problem getting it anytime I've ever done it.
But if they don't, go ahead and riot.
That's right. Or tell them to call Bobo. I'll fucking settle the score for you. I will call those motherfuckers up.
Listen here, Lenscrafters.
Yeah, listen to you motherfuckers. Give Johnny his free glasses. All right, moving on.
So the next one on the list is one that I am guilty of.
Okay.
Long time ago when I got my first HD TV.
Back in the early 2000s.
Bought it from Circuit City.
Oh.
So when did Circuit City go out of business?
Probably 2005 or so?
I don't know. No, because it was, this was probably around 2006 that I bought the TV. But anyways, so got my first HD
look it up.
TV.
Keep talking.
And so I'm in there and the guy's like, hey man, you need an HDMI cable. And I was like, you're goddamn right I do. I'm not watching this on some fucking S video. I want the best thing I got. And he's like, well, all right, well, here you go. And I looked at the price and for a 3-foot HDMI cable was $90. But it was gold, so I was okay with paying it. And I did.
So I'm going to stop you right there.
Okay.
A, you're an idiot.
Yes.
We'll talk about. B, it was 2008. I was way off.
Okay.
It was when I went bankrupt.
Okay.
But, yes, so you got conned in paying for the expensive audio cable to go with your nice, expensive TV.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I had no idea about the wonder that is... Well, monoprice.com was probably not around at that point.
It might have been 2008.
No, that was when it went out of business. That's not when I got my TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I got my TV.
But eBay was still around, and they were still selling those fucking cheap things from China.
Yeah. But the guy told me you need to have a good one or else the signal doesn't transfer.
And that's how they fucking got you.
Right.
They fucking scammed you in by thinking that the signal would not work as well because the cable was not of a good quality.
Yes.
Okay, so let me explain to people something. This is a bigger problem. Audio cables, any type of HDMI cable, any kind of speaker cable, things like that, they're running you through the ringers for the prices of these expensive cables.
Right.
HDMI in particular is a digital signal. What that means is there's no signal degradation depending on the length of the cable or the type of material. It's just zeros and ones that get encoded and sent through a cable to another device and then unencoded. That's all it is.
And so what we're talking about was 10 years ago, over 10 years ago that this happened. So I was an idiot, but
yes,
but it was a great pitch. And so you would think 10 years has gone by, this pitch doesn't happen anymore. You'd be dead fucking wrong.
So this is one of the things. Travis and I are pretty, we've been buying a lot of stuff for the podcast. I know a decent bit about audio and stereo equipment. So I've known for years that you can go on Amazon and buy a $2 HDMI cable, and it does the exact same thing as these $50 monster cables.
Right.
And there's no need to pay for the expensive cable. They do literally, you're throwing your money away. You are literally throwing your money away. There is no fucking difference, people. If you think there is, you're an idiot because you don't understand science and what zeros and ones and digital means.
Well,
what?
Well, he's right.
Thank you for the validation, Travis.
He's right, and I mean, there's really no well. I just wanted to bring this down to dollars and cents.
Okay,
because that's really
let's
what we're
do that. So we were talking about this back to my original point,
yes.
And Travis said, "Well, people don't think that anymore. They're not selling these expensive cables now." I got conned 10 years ago into this.
Yes,
and I said, "Oh no, Travis, this is still a thing. People don't understand that you don't need to buy these expensive cables."
And as much as it pains me to say this, he was right again.
Momo was right.
I went to bestbuy.com and the Monster HDMI Ultra HD Black Platinum 12-foot cable is $129.
$129. That's more than, what, $12 a foot for this cable?
It's
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Now comparatively, I didn't look on. Well, there's really no comparing. Like, I wanted to compare basically the same cable.
Yes.
So the same monster cable, the same black platinum cable is $30 on Amazon.
Wow.
But still, $30 is still too much because there is no difference.
So how much is a regular 12-foot HDMI cable on Amazon?
It is $7.99.
Okay, so you can go to Best Buy like a fucking chump and pay $130 for a 12-foot cable.
Yes.
Or you can go on Amazon if you do some price shopping, which is another thing we're not going to talk about too much. But hey, people, shop around, look around before you buy something expensive.
Yeah.
You could have found it for $30.
Yep.
Good for you. You saved a fuckload of money. I mean, seriously, you just saved $100.
Well, listen, I mean,
but you also going to save $22 fucking more if you just bought the regular 12-foot cable that will do the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah.
You fucking sheep.
If you're spending $130 on an HDMI cable, you A, have too much money, or B, just are not aware.
If you're spending $30 on a cable for your TV, you're fucking. I'm sorry, 30 is too much. And this goes for now. This is not HDMI cables as an example.
Yeah.
But this goes for Apple chargers, Apple accessories, audio cables. Aux cables for your phone, for your car, things like that. Stop paying fucking hundreds of dollars or tens of dollars for these things.
Yeah.
They're basically free nowadays, people.
Yeah.
Don't buy them from the gas station for $20. Go on Amazon, buy them for $2.
Yeah.
Straight from China to your fucking door. Or if Donnie J. Trump gets his way, maybe they'll be from fucking factories in San Diego soon. I don't fucking know. But still don't pay $30 for something you can get for $3.
I couldn't have said it any better or screamed it any better or however you want to put it.
Moving on. Number 4. This one is on a lot of lists. We won't cover it very quickly. But I want to make it because it's very important.
Yeah, this one. See, this is another one I feel like is very obvious.
Okay, this might be the most obvious one on the list. Generic versus name brand drugs.
Right.
We won't go through this in much detail, but if you still are out there and you're paying for a name brand drug, stop. There is no this.
We're talking over the counter. We're not talking prescription.
No, both.
Well,
if there's a generic version of the drug, it doesn't matter if it's prescription or over the counter, Travis. Don't fall for that trap.
Oh, well, yeah, but it's a lot easier. So if somebody's feeling uneasy about this, just look at the goddamn ingredients. Like when you're looking at aspirins, when you look at two bottles of aspirin, the look at the ingredients, they're the exact same thing.
Correct. Now, this is straight from the FDA. Okay, I want to read this real quick.
Okay.
So, generic drugs are important options that allow greater access to health care for all Americans. They are copies of name brand drugs and are the same as those brand name drugs in dosage form, safety, strength, route of administration, quality, performance characteristics, and intended use. They are copies of name brand drugs. Literally copies, people. They are the exact same thing. When someone says, do you want the generic form of the drug or the name brand your doctor prescribed? They're not saying, do you want an alternate like in the grocery store for the foods? They're not saying, do you want the hydroxy cookies as opposed to the Oreos?
Yeah.
They're saying, do you want Oreos, but do you want to pay 100 times less?
Right. Yes. They're not the exact same. They're less expensive. They are, yeah. So
they are identical.
Yes.
They're not substituting a different drug to you. They're substituting the exact same thing. And most of the times, actually, people don't even aware of this. Generic drugs are made in the exact same facilities as the name brand drugs on the exact same lines, and the only difference is maybe the stamp on it.
Yes, that's absolutely.
So
that happens. That happens with most industries where there's a generic version or a house brand version of something.
Yes,
they're usually made in the same factory.
And little Bobo tip of the day for you: I found out one of these. I used to eat a lot of Elio's pizzas. And I one time they were out, and my wife Ann bought me the store brand pizzas. They're the same. They're packaged the same way in the inside. They're identical.
Really?
If you need to buy Elio's Pizza, people, don't buy Elio's Pizza. Buy the generic brand next to it. They're actually the exact same thing.
Can't say that I've ever. I can't say. I don't know the last time I've had an Elio's.
Me
pizza.
either. But I don't know how I learned that. It's one of those random things. It's not all generics. Like we talk about foods are identical.
Yeah.
But generic Elio's Pizza is. Don't ask me why I know that.
I know why it is.
I'm a trash person. I eat trash food. I guarantee you, Bobo Satisfaction guarantee you buy the store brand pizza. Compared to Elio's. Anyways, so generic drugs, it's for prescriptions and it's for over the counter. If you are buying generic Excedrin, it's the same as name brand Excedrin.
It absolutely is.
If you're buying generic Prozac, it's the same as name brand Prozac. If there is one. I'm not even sure there is.
Don't know either.
Doesn't matter. For all those, they're the same. Please don't waste your money on the name brand of those. You're not helping yourself. Same for Dayquil, same for NyQuil, same for Sudafed, same for Robitussin, all of those. Stop it, people.
Okay. I'm done.
I'm just yelling a lot about this. I get really fired up about people that I don't know if they don't know how to save money, if they don't want to save money. Like, we're
just trying to help out.
I'm just trying to help out, and I'm trying to set your mind at ease that these things are as I'm telling you. I'm just an average dude. I'm not fucking trying to scam you into buying one thing or the other. I'm trying to help you save some fucking money.
Gotcha.
All right. So we have one more on our big list.
Okay.
And then we're going to go through a real quick list, like 20 seconds each of ones that you can save money on.
Yeah.
But we don't need to spend a lot of time on.
Yep.
So, but this one, I'm not sure. This is kind of a life hack. I'm not sure people realize that they can do this. College education in America is very expensive nowadays.
Yes, it is.
And if you think, Bobo, if you fucking say University of Phoenix, I'm going to punch you in the goddamn tits. I'm not going to say University of Phoenix, people.
No, he looks down on that pretty bad, pretty badly.
Yeah. If you, I just did this. I did the sound. Fuck. I made it fucking 39 minutes without doing the sound. And I did the sound. Guilty as charged. Listen, if you are going to University of Phoenix, just drop out. Just stop it. You literally throwing your money away. Just drop out. Anyways, but
I don't know about that, but okay.
Oh, we can talk about that later maybe sometime.
Yeah.
I think you might as well just drop out of school.
Okay.
But anyways, so the average cost of tuition in America in 2016, 2017.
Yes.
$33,480 for a private school per year. $9,650 for a state school for a year. And $24,930 for a state school for out-of-state residents.
Okay.
For a year.
Sure.
That's not room and board. That's just tuition and fees.
Right.
That's assuming you drive to school yourself.
Yep.
Okay. $9,600, $24,000, $33,000. I don't even know what the average of that is. I'm not sure how many people go to school out of state from in-state. I don't even know.
Right.
It's at least probably $10,000 a year you're paying for college education.
It's a lot of fucking money.
It's $40,000 over 4 years. I mean, it's a lot of fucking money.
Welcome to adulthood. Here's some debt.
Right. So, you know what? You're just paying for the experience of going to college, though.
Right.
That's all you're doing there. If you want to go to fucking in-state school I don't care if it's Ohio State, Penn State, Florida State, Texas, whatever. You're paying for the right to go party basically for 4 years and hang out with your friends and have a great old fucking time by going to a few classes for a few hours a day.
But Bobo, the name of the institution on my diploma will open up so many doors for me.
Fuck off.
Okay.
So
Why am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Well,
you can have your cake and eat it too, Travis.
There it is.
Here's how you do it. So, have you ever heard of this little thing called community college?
I've heard.
AKA the 13th grade, AKA where poor people go to school, AKA whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
we all know what community college is. It's your fucking local school where people take night classes when they want to, stop working at McDonald's the rest of their life.
Right. You're living at home with your parents. It's, you're going to community college, not, there's no life there. There's no, there's no parties on the weekend. It's just, you're going to school.
You're just going to school.
Yep.
But you can use this to your advantage. The average tuition at a community college is only about $3,500 a year. We're talking to us, $6-7 less than an average in-state tuition, not mentioning out-of-state or private school.
Yeah.
$6-7 a year less. I mean, come on, $3,300 a year.
Yeah, you could work a part-time job and pay that off.
Absolutely, easily.
Yes.
I mean, you could use your Obama money. I think that we all got. Did we all get money from Obama when he was elected? Does Trump give us money? You can use your Trump money. I'm sure it's coming. Don't worry, people. To pay off.
Do you think Obama wrote a check to us on the last day of office?
I hope so.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be cool. It's in the mail, right? So you can use, and you're saying, well, Bobo, I don't want to go to community college because if I go to community college, I'm not going to have a good degree and I'm going to be a dumb person and I'm only going to get a degree in, internet banking. That's all I get it for. I don't have real majors there. Well, only go there for 2 years. Most colleges, most average 4-year schools, Ohio State, Penn State, Texas, Florida, whatever those schools are, you can go there for 2 years. As long as you take half your credits at that school, you can graduate with a degree from that school.
Right.
So, play the fucking system. Go to community college for 2 years and only spend fucking $6-7 on your first 2 years of college.
Yep.
Transfer to a real school and get the real degree.
That's what our announcer Wagner did.
Yeah. How'd it work out for him?
Great.
There you go. He's got a 4-year degree from State School University, and for the first 2 years, who cares where he went? No one fucking knows or cares anymore. All they see is the degree from the name of the school you went to in the end.
Well, now I guess he went to he went to one of their satellite campuses, but I think he still saved a shit ton of money just doing that.
But you can do it just going to the local community college.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying, it's not a bad option. And actually, you would be surprised. There's a lot of studies that show the level of education you receive at community colleges is actually higher than state universities because you get a lot of professors that are still working in their fields that teach part-time. Yeah. That are updated on the latest trends and what's going on in your field, and they're knowledgeable about the subject because they're actually fucking living that life.
Right. And you're a little bit more committed to it there as opposed to a party school or something, something like that, because that's all you're doing. You're going to school. Like your partying is when you get to the last 2 years, and then you really fuck up your degree.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not might be as much fun, kids. I'm sorry, life can't all be fun, but if you want to save some fucking money, guess what?
Yeah.
Maybe you're not going to party with make as many new friends. I don't fucking know. Suck it up.
I make friends everywhere I go.
Yeah. Anyways, just be a nice guy, make friends. Who gives a fucking shit? You'll find some house parties on the weekends, anyways. All right. I don't want to hear that excuse.
So let's go through some quick lists of stuff. All right.
So we're gonna go through all these in 20 seconds. We'll go down the list. We'll each pick one at a time, and we'll just say, hey, this is something you're probably wasting your money on.
Yep.
And this is why it's a waste, and stop fucking doing it.
Right.
You want to go first?
Sure.
Do it.
Oil changes.
Why?
Stop fucking going to Jiffy Lube.
Okay.
Look around for coupons. Listen. This is the easiest one. I never pay over, I don't know, $15 for an oil change.
Yep.
Because I always use a goddamn coupon. I'm not a person that does it themselves. I'm sure you are.
I'm not.
But listen.
I don't do it myself either. You know why? For the price you can do them yourself for, you can go to a place, and if you're not finding a good place for a coupon, Walmart's very cheap. You can get for under $30 at Walmart.
There you go.
Every time without a coupon. If not, find a tire place, muffler place doing it for $20 or less with a coupon.
Yep.
They're all over the place. Save a bunch of money.
Yep.
All right, next one. Bottled water. Stop buying fucking bottled water, people. You're fucking dumb. It doesn't taste better because guess what? 40% of bottled water comes from the tap.
Yes.
40%. The odds are the bottled water in your hand, there's a 1 out of 2% chance it comes from the tap. The other fucking 60%, most of it comes from a spring. Newsflash, any groundwater counts as a spring. Not just a spring in some fucking higher up mountain that has crystal clear water. Any ground source water counts as a spring. It's probably just as polluted as your fucking water in your well.
Look, Ma, I sprung a bottled water plant in the backyard.
That's exactly what they are. So don't be a fucking idiot. Buy a Brita filter if you're really concerned about the quality of your water at home. Other than that, stop buying bottled water. Drink it out of the fucking tap like a real man.
Yeah, and stop polluting the fucking earth, dude.
Yeah, that too. All those fucking bottles and shit going to waste.
Next one, Dollar Shave Club. This is an easy one.
Or Harry's.
I don't know about Harry's.
I do.
Okay, so I don't know. I see this shit all on Facebook all the time. Like, there's always ads for them, Dollar Shave Club. But really, here's the thing. What it is it's a service that you sign up for, and every month or 6 months they send you.
You choose your own delivery schedule.
Right.
It's like a choose your own adventure for shaving your fucking face.
But the best part about it is you can cancel at any time. So if you
Yes.
want to do it, like they send you one every month, and after 6 months you're like, man, these things are really piling up. Then cancel it and shave with them, and then when you need them again, start it back up.
Yes.
Next one.
Okay, next one. This is a little bit of preference. American cars. People, it's 2017. If you're still only buying cars because your fucking parents and grandparents said, oh, I only drive Hondas, stop being a fucking moron. If you're only buying a fucking Dodge because my grandpa's always driven Dodges and that's all I ever drive to, don't be a fucking moron. Do your fucking research. The quality of cars in America now between American cars, foreign cars, European cars, South Korean cars, they're basically within 1% of each other.
Right.
It's just like phone networks. They're all the fucking same. Buy a car based on the price, the options, and what you like. Not buy the brand, because most of the brands, for the quality and the reliability, maintenance, all that stuff, they're all very, very close now if you do the fucking research.
Yes.
Don't buy based on preconceived notions what your fucking parents said. You're just wasting your fucking money.
Next one.
Next one.
Computers.
Yes.
So here's the thing. So I'm actually in the market for a new laptop right now, and Bubba made an actually great point. Yeah, you did, because you said, listen, you go through computers. I mean, when you get a computer, it lasts about 6 months before it becomes obsolete, or not totally obsolete, but it becomes old. So don't spend $2,000 on a fucking laptop computer that maybe in 2 years you're gonna have to replace. 2-3 years. Buy a cheaper one, because then you can upgrade more often.
There you go.
I don't even know how to put it in any other way.
No, really, if you're buying a $2,000 laptop, you better be a serious gamer with more hours a year than me, because otherwise there's no fucking point.
Yeah.
Like you're not using it for that unless you have a specific need for a high-end laptop. Don't buy one. You can get by the $500 laptop that will squeeze out 4 years for you if you know what you're doing.
Yes.
That's all you need to pay for it. Don't pay for more than that.
And if there is a reason that you need a $2,000 laptop, we're not talking to you.
Maybe you are if you do photo editing or something like that. You do video software. I get it. We're not talking to you.
Right.
We're talking to fucking John Q that just fucking browses Reddit all goddamn day. Newsflash: if your laptop costs $1,300 and the last thing you use it for is YouTube, you don't need it. Stop it. Spend $500 and save that money and go buy some fucking weed.
Next
is ebooks.
All right.
So ebooks. Why are you buying ebooks when you can rent them?
I didn't know this.
Exactly. A lot of people don't know this. Go to your fucking library, get a fucking library card, and you can download almost every ebook out there. New releases, classics, anything for free.
Right.
Caveat is you get a rental. They only last for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it is, and then they go away. But most of the time, it's an ebook. You can download it again if you want to re-rent it later.
Right.
And instead of paying for that ebook, it was free. Library cards are free, people.
Do you have to actually go to the library?
No.
To do this?
No. You go to the website, you can download it from there most times.
So you can re-up after your 3 weeks and
Yes.
don't have to run back into the library.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't know about that, and that's crazy.
Check it out.
That's awesome.
I mean, every library, your local county library, everyone's different. So, do your own research on which books they have and stuff like that. But even we live in the middle of nowhere library.
Yeah.
This county's not very big. It's pretty shitty. And we have a shitload of books.
Yep.
So there you go. Fucking ebooks, people. Stop paying for them. You get them for free. Next one. Checks.
This is the one that I was talking about earlier. I've always done this, and I didn't understand that this was a thing that people didn't know.
Okay.
So you don't have to buy your checks from a bank.
That's true.
Yeah, I've always just gone to a website, or I've gone and shopped around a website and just got checks that way. Not that we go through a lot of checks
I
anymore.
did not know that until today.
Yeah.
You can buy your checks from. There's a lot of websites where you can get them they're basically free.
Yes.
Don't buy them from your bank for fucking $20 per book. You can go buy 1,000 checks for $5 on these websites, and they're literally the same thing.
Yes.
So There you go. Don't buy them from your bank. Save a shitload of money.
There we go.
Okay. Next one.
Another one I've been doing for a long time is your credit cards. If you have a credit card out there and you're not getting cash back or points or something like that, you're an idiot.
Yes.
All I ever use at this point is my credit cards. I very rarely use cash. I never use my debit card.
Ever.
Because I don't get cash back on that shit.
Right.
If I'm spending money, I want to get my cash back.
Yes.
Now there comes a little bit of discipline with that. You got to pay off your fucking your balance at the end of every month.
Right.
Or else it's not
Then
worth
you're
it.
not making money anymore. But if you use a credit card and you charge everything on it and you pay it off, I pay mine weekly. That way it never carries a balance. I pay off every week.
Oh, we just pay it off whenever it's due.
Either way, it doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah.
Then guess what? If you're getting points for something, you can get cash back. We have one that goes right to our mortgage principal. Cash back.
That's
It's
nice.
literally free money, people. If you don't have a credit card that does that for you, find one.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. This week, I requested a check for $1,000.
Boom.
I'm getting an extra $1,000 that I didn't have before.
Dude, it's amazing.
Yep.
And I mean, think of how much money you spend every year.
Yep.
Take 2% of that. If you get a good credit card with a good rewards program,
Yep.
98 cents on the dollar your whole fucking life.
Yep.
Dude, there you go. Free fucking money, people. Also, related to that, your bank. If you are paying a monthly fee for your bank, find another bank.
Sure.
There are lots of banks out there that will gladly take your checking account and your business. They don't want you to pay a cent for it.
Yeah, I don't understand why anybody would do that.
The most popular one is Bank of America charges a lot of balance fees, minimum balance fees, a lot of just monthly fees to have a bank account.
Yeah.
Stop it. Find a bank for free. You can go online and find one. You don't have to go somewhere even to sign up for it.
Yeah.
So don't do that, people, okay?
Yep.
And the very last one is literally the definition of free fucking found money, unclaimed property.
Yep.
Every state in this country, every state has unclaimed property websites, the internal website for whatever state you're at, that list all the unclaimed property that was turned into them. Go there, type in your name, and see if you have free money waiting for you.
Yep.
Did you do it, Travis?
I did. I don't have any money waiting for me. But my wife's grandmother had a couple grand.
Really?
Yeah, she had a couple grand that apparently she was a school bus driver. So in the summer she went on unemployment.
Yeah.
And they underpaid her a couple years.
Oh.
And so the state
when they find this out?
They just found out like a week ago or something.
Well,
like
yeah, so I
that.
told you about this?
Yeah, but they found it out on their own. They I wasn't like I was dropping knowledge on them.
Oh,
But
I thought I seriously got your Andy's grandmother thousands of dollars.
No.
I was about to be so proud of myself.
No, but I was like, you guys, because they were sending shit in, and I was like, you guys can do it all online, you know. But yeah, they got it. She's getting like a couple grand.
Literally, thousands of dollars, people. You hear that? Free fucking money. Unclaimed property. Check your state's website.
You still have some, don't you?
Yeah, I just sent my stuff in for it. It's not that much.
Nice. Hey, it doesn't matter. Money's money.
I found some free money. That's right. There you go.
Yeah.
So that's it.
All right.
That's how you fucking be fucking frugal and you save fucking money, people. Things like that. There's other items we didn't get into, I'm sure. If you know what, call in, leave us a voicemail. If we forgot one you think is really important that people don't know about.
Yep.
We'll talk about it. I am really interested in this stuff.
Yeah, because I want to save money.
I want to save money, and I want to know what else people are doing that I don't know about. Because I'm sure there's things like the eyeglasses that's not as well known,
Right.
that you might know about.
Yeah.
Fucking tell us. Is there something for dental insurance? I don't fucking know. Something for health insurance? Who knows?
Yep.
Let's find out, people.
All right. So you probably have all been waiting with bated breath to figure out what the name of this goddamn end segment's going to be. For Prestige Worldwide.
I know I have been.
I know. So we've come up with a name. And the name is End Times with Bobo and Travis. A little clap. But so that's what. So from week to week now, we're gonna have a little segment at the end called End Times with Bobo and Travis. Could be anything we want to do.
We're working on an audio drop for it. I'll have it next week. I'm almost done with it.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a little production value with it.
Voiced by the smooth, velvety Wagner.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So for this week's End Times with Bobo and Travis, we're going to revisit. We're doing a lot of revisiting in this episode, but we're going to revisit a politician that we talked about on a past episode, Dennis Hazard. Hazard, yeah.
Dennis Hastert.
Hastert, yeah. He's a piece of shit. And I mean, and listen, there does. If you listen to the Fall from Grace episode, you know why he's a piece of shit. I mean, because
he diddled little boys,
and then tried to pay up. Well, to our knowledge, he diddled little boy, but probably more.
Oh yeah, only one was actually litigated, I believe.
Well, it just came out that he was. The backstory is he was I think a high school wrestling coach or basketball coach or whatever, and he diddled this little boy, and years later, I think we're talking 20 or 30 years later, Dennis Hastert was taking money out of his account, and you can't take more than $10,000 out of your account at a time, or else you have to report it, and it's also illegal to take just under that as well. So that's what he was doing.
Yes.
So the FBI caught on to it. They said, what's going on? He said, well, this guy is
I think he said he was extorting him, right?
Yeah, he's extorting him with money. And so the FBI is like, okay, let's call him. We'll record it and we'll arrest him. So that's what he did. So he called him. The FBI recorded it.
They arrested him, but the him was Dennis Hastert.
Right. Yeah, he wasn't. They found he wasn't really telling the truth.
Right.
So that's how they got to this guy.
What he was actually doing was paying hush money to this kid not to go to the press.
Right.
Instead of being extorted, he was actually the one saying, hey, take this money so you don't fucking report me to the press, and I'll go on being secretary, or, what is it?
Speaker of the House.
Sorry, I'll go on being Speaker of the House.
Actually, no, he wasn't the Speaker of the House when all this shit went down.
Well, I'll go on being a famous politician, and
Right.
you go on getting some money, and we'll live our lives.
Yes. So he got 1.7 million out of Hastert. And
It's a lot of hush money, by the way.
yeah, well, he was supposed to get 3.4.
Right.
I don't know how they came upon that term or that amount.
I have
but
no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. What we're here to talk about, or why I brought this up, is Hastert's. He's getting sued now by the kid, and the victim A, I think, is how they identify him. They still haven't identified the guy.
No.
For obvious reasons.
Because he was a minor when the crime occurred. He does not have to be identified publicly.
Right. So so he's suing Hastert for the rest of the money because he said, we have a verbal agreement and you owe me that money because you agreed to pay that money. What makes Hastert a piece of shit is he's countersuing, saying that agreement was that you were supposed to keep your mouth shut. So now I want my $1.7 million back.
Okay. So you're correct in that what you just said. Everything you said is correct.
Right.
I'm not sure he's a piece of shit for that, though. So here's the thing.
Okay.
But I'm not certain what the answer is yet, which is why I'm just telling the listeners, like, this to me is not played out yet because I don't know the specifics of how this victim A, who they're calling him, that's his name in the press and stuff. Victim A, I don't know how he talked to the feds. I know they listened to the phone conversation.
Right.
And they thought it seemed, when they listened to the initial conversations, when they said, hey, we'll record this guy because he's extorting you.
Right.
They went to victim A and said, hey, what's the deal? Like, what's going on here?
But they would never have gotten to him without Hastert saying,
correct.
This dude
but
is...
victim A did break his silence by talking to the feds and saying, oh, I'm paying this because I wasn't extorting him. I was molested by him.
Here's my question.
Yes.
And I don't disagree with you. I still think he's a piece of shit for doing this because
for molesting a little boy, yes.
Well, no,
for demanding 1.7 million back, I'm not so sure.
Hey, listen, you fucked this guy. Quite literally, you fucked this guy. You owe him a couple million. But
he owes him, yes. But
I know verbal contracts, but when you get to that specific that you're not allowed to, you're not allowed to talk about it. Like, how can you litigate the specifics that way?
Here's my point. It's very simple to me. Was Dennis Hastert paying this kid hush money? This man. He was a man now.
I'm going to go all lawyer on you. He
Okay.
was paying him money. I don't know that it was hush money. He was paying him back for a wrong that he did to him at a younger age.
Okay. I disagree with that completely.
Okay.
He was paying this man back to keep his mouth shut. I am 100% certain on not a lot of things in life.
Right. Yeah.
I'm 100% certain Dennis Hastert was only paying this money so he wouldn't get publicly exposed.
I agree with you, but I don't.
Yeah, that was their agreement. Dennis Hastert is fully within his rights as a person to demand the money back now that agreement has been voided by him talking to somebody. That's the point of this lawsuit. And I am, as much as I do not like defending people that are clearly guilty of crimes, which he is,
Right.
this is not a crime he's guilty of. He is owed that money back. Whether he morally owes this man $3 million, he absolutely probably owes him much more than that. Legally, he is owed his money back. It's a situation where, hey, this guy's a piece of shit, but in this case, he probably has a point.
I mean, in a vacuum, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Take the molestation out of it. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
But I'm not blind. Justice might be. He's a piece of shit. Give him his full $3.5 million.
Could not disagree with you more. That's not the point. Justice should be blind. That's the whole point of this.
Right.
And once you go down these roads where, he's a piece of shit, he should owe the money, where's that train stop?
No, I get that, but fuck that. Fuck that.
Nope.
I don't
Sorry,
have
man. You got to defend the laws no matter how unjust they might seem at that point in time. Because that's the law and that's how it works. And without law, society breaks down. has to be a crux we live on.
But here's
as a civilized society.
Here's the caveat to all of that is we know that in Dennis Hassard's mind, this was all to keep this guy quiet.
Yes.
Okay. But if that was never said and just implied, then it's not. Then your argument is null and void.
And I guarantee you, we'll never know that. It'll be an issue of he said, she said.
Right. Yes.
I don't think $3.5 million potentially changes hands. 1.7 for certain without him saying, "I'm giving you this money on the condition you don't tell anybody." I'm positive those words came out of his mouth. This is a politician who spent fucking years in the highest levels of government doing negotiations and working with people and taxpayers and citizens and other lawyers. I'm certain he covered his bases there. I bet you it's in writing. I bet you there's a sealed I bet you there's a document he will produce during evidence, because they're still in evidence gathering, that will exonerate him completely from what you're just saying about that. I guarantee you it's written down in fucking ink in triplicate.
But I see. I disagree with that, because then that's a paper trail to for more charges. I mean, that's
what charges? They're already statute's already over. He knew that.
Well, no, not for that. But there's, I don't know. Could he be charged for?
I think he probably had himself covered.
I don't know, because
if this gets uncovered, he's fucked anyways. He knows that. I mean, the man's 75 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen,
we'll find out. We'll update this if it ever comes out.
Going. Yeah, I don't know. I stand by it. He's a piece of shit. Anyways. So you should also. Oh, you know what? We don't have time to get to your joke.
Oh, I have not told you the joke.
Yeah, but we don't have time.
It's such a good joke.
Yeah,
we'll get to it though.
We'll get to it next week.
We'll get to it next week. Now, listen. If you want to save some money, don't pay $1.7 million in hush money, though. That's not a good way to spend your money.
It's true.
Don't diddle little boys and get caught in these pay for silence schemes, all right?
You know what?
They're a scam.
Keep yourself out of any situation where you have to pay $3.5 million to somebody.
Keep yourself out of any situation where you have to diddle kids.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, both those things are good ways to save your money, all right?
Hey, I can honestly say I've been going strong my entire life that I have never diddled kids, so I've got a good track record going.
We're all fucking proud of you. The number is 747 banging.
That's 747-226-4464.
Give us a call. Like we said, let us know if you've got any ways you like to save money that we didn't talk about. Maybe things that, just ones that we missed completely that we should have mentioned, or ones that maybe you don't think everyone knows about that you can really save some money.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do it. Let's save some money together. I fucking love saving money.
Hit it. Make sure you vote for this week. We're gonna put up who is the cheapest host, and so go ahead and vote who you think is the cheapest host.
I'm probably gonna lose just because of my Dennis Hassard stance. People are gonna look not past that, which is unfortunate because I'm right. But I'm probably gonna get fucked because of that. That's okay. Whatever. The website to vote on is www.pwthepodcast.com.
Yep.
It's PW the Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media stuff. And we're on a bunch of sites now for the podcast. You can basically find us anywhere. We just got on YouTube.
Yes, we do.
So if you can not use a traditional podcast site, but you can stream through YouTube or watch YouTube at work, we have the podcast up there. They're not transcribed or anything. It's just it's audio with a picture, but you can listen to us on YouTube now.
Yep.
You can listen to us on Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher. We're on TuneIn now, we found out.
Yes, we are.
We're on SoundCloud directly. Almost everywhere you get your podcast, you can find us.
And if you can't find it, for some reason, there's something out there that you really want us to be on, let us know.
We'll add it.
Because we'll add it.
Absolutely. If you're using an app that we don't know about, we can get listed on, let us know. We'll put it on there so you can grab it easily. We're all about that.
Everything is PW the Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
I just said that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I don't listen when you talk.
That's probably smart.
Yeah.
So listen, guys, go out there, save some fucking dollars, and we will see you next week.
Later.